Flight Centre closes over 400 stores. Let's have a look. Good evening, everyone. Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my evening stein of coffee, and I thought we'd have a look at this article from news.com.au, written by Alexis Carey. It's regarding Flight Centre closing over 400 stores, 428 stores to be exact. Now, we've discussed some of the issues Flight Centre have had before, among many other retailers here in Australia. Many people have been dubbing this the retail apocalypse before any of the illness outbreak issues happened. And, well, I think it's definitely more than a recession, guys. Do people think, honestly, do you think, let me know in the comments, do you think it will all bounce back magically in 6 months' time? I was just on Facebook, and I noticed a colleague shared a post going, it's funny when you have work for people, but they won't work because they get their free money. He runs a successful cleaning business. He pays good money. People would rather not work and get their handouts. What do you think about that, people? Can you blame them? I don't think you can, really. If people can get money and survive, why would they work? Why would they do cleaning? It's not an easy job. That's the problem. That's the problem with this. Do you think people are going to realize, you know what? Maybe I don't need to be earning that much. Maybe I could cut back and live a nicer, happier life. Perhaps. We'll see. In some ways, maybe some good will come out of all of this. Maybe people will become much happier, much more relaxed, serene, and get some new skills. Let me know what you think, guys. Am I just dreaming? Have I had too many coffees today? Maybe. Could be. So let's have a look at this one about Flight Centre. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring up their shares and we can have a look. Because I haven't looked at them for a few days. We'll see it here. Flight Centre shares, ASX. So it's $9. Whoa, okay. $9.91. That's down a bit from the last time I looked, guys. If we go back here to February, the 21st, they were sitting at $39, and now they are at $9.91. And just yesterday, they'd closed at $14.80. So, has someone, let us know in the comments, have you shorted it from Feb? I know there's a few viewers who were sending me screenshots that they were shorting it when it was going crazy. Have you shorted it that long? So, do you think Flight Centre would come back from this? The struggling travel company has announced more store closures and has asked investors for a $700 million handout as the illness ravages their business. Ailing travel firm Flight Centre will permanently close 40% of its Australian stores by the end of July as the economic fallout from the deadly pandemic escalates. There you go, guys. Here's a perfect example of how it's not going to be the same when it all bounces back. In an announcement today, the company revealed the new closures were part of an effort to reduce annual costs by $1.9 billion. It involves the closure of half of its global shopfronts, with around 428 of Flight Centre's 944 Australian stores. Around 6,000 support and sales staff have been stood down temporarily, or in some cases made redundant, out of the company's 20,000 strong workforce. Other expenditure has also been cut back, and the company is considering selling off its central Melbourne office. Managing Director Graham Turner said the illness had sparked the worst crisis to hit the business in decades. It is without question the most challenging period we've encountered in over 30 years in business, and it is inevitable that some businesses across our industry will fail given the significant loss of revenue that they will be experiencing now and for at least the next few months, Mr. Turner said. And, well, okay, here they're saying, once again, how we can go outside. There you go. There you go. Let alone, I mean, we can't even go outside without a reasonable excuse, without the police potentially fining us for eating a kebab. How many people are going to be able to travel overseas or even interstate, plan a next holiday? So, it has already locked in a $200 million loan from investors, bringing the capital raising exercise to $900 million. The company's total transaction value was down by between 20 and 30% last month, with further declines expected in the coming weeks as travel restrictions continue. So, I mean, let me ask the investors out there, would you wait for it to go down a bit more? What do you reckon, $3? And then jump on board for it to turn around? Because, I mean, well, actually, they've been suspended. I'm just looking at it here. They've been suspended. I mean, they weren't paying a bad dividend, 98 cents. Looking at the current share price, if they could keep that up again, but I doubt it, with no revenue. But if it turns around in a couple of years, maybe. It is said the very low revenue environment was likely to continue in the short term as the illness outbreak continues to spread. But Flight Centre insists it remains a leading global travel and tourism company with strong brand recognition and customer loyalty across our corporate, leisure and online platforms, which meant the company was positioned to take advantage of the recovery in travel and leisure markets globally. So this is the thing, if there's a bounce back, which, there will be a bounce back. I'm not saying it won't be different, and Australia's definitely going to hit a recession, but there will be some energy when confidence returns. There always is. It'll be all those people that have made their fortune on gold and silver flying around to their new properties. But, so if they can survive this, would this be an opportunity? That's a question for the investors out there. Let us know in the comments, guys, what you recommend. Just last month, Flight Centre announced the shock closure of 100 Australian stores as the illness crisis took hold. While people are still booking travel in February, our TTV actually increased slightly globally compared to the same month last year. We are now seeing significant softening and expect this to continue until April at least, Mr. Turner said at the time. Within this uncertain environment, our priorities are to reduce costs while also ensuring that we and our people are ready to capitalize when the steep discounting that is underway across most travel sectors starts to gain traction and as the trading cycle rebounds. As we saw with both SARS and the GFC in Australia, the rebound can be relatively fast and strong after a fairly significant downturn in international travel. But SARS and GFC are very different in some regards. SARS didn't have as much an impact on global trade as this illness is having, and the GFC barely had any impact on Australia at all. So, I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? You reckon there's opportunity here with Flight Centre just crumbling? Or is it just a company that's on its death knell and it's bound for the dust heap? I mean, 6,000 staff. We'll have to see how long until they're all made redundant or until half their workforce. If you're shutting 428 stores, you don't need that many people. You can't redeploy them, particularly now when everything's going online. People's spending habits will also change. I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I actually bothered going to a travel agent. I guess, yes, last time I went overseas, I think I did, but other than that, I just do it all online. I don't know. I guess if you're just traveling interstate for a few days for some business, it's a little different, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys. You think this is a continuation of the retail recession? Do you think there's an opportunity for them to bounce back? Or is it going to change too much after 6 months' time? Because remember, how long has this been going on for? Only a couple of weeks? What happens in 3 months? What happens in 6 months? Is this hibernation going to work? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and you want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or on Patreon for a small monthly fee. You can support the channel via our affiliate links with Amazon and eBay. We receive a small advertiser's commission that doesn't cost you a cent. We have referral links for Independent Reserve and Kucoin for the crypto traders out there. If you do trading, we get a share of the fee. We also have merch available from HeiseSays and Teespring. You can see the pocket squares behind me, handmade by Rachel. We also have Gold Pass, where you can send us gold if you're a fan of the Perth Mint. And finally, PayPal if you want to support us that way. Thanks everyone who's been watching the channel and sharing the content. We're not too many from 12,000 subscribers, so I'd love to get there. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.